YouTube, hello PTG fans, and hello Ninth Agers, and everyone else, actually. How are you? I am Lucky Sixes, and this is kind of like a roundup to the ETC, and my experience of it, and Team England, and my experience of Team England, and gaming over the last 7-8 months now. What an experience, guys. Thank you very much for everybody who's watched all of the bat reps and lead up videos and the live stream and all that stuff. Live draw, sorry. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the comments. Comments have been great, as always. You guys really know your stuff and keep us on our toes with that and make it very fun. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to do a bit of a, I don't know, I guess debrief, if you will, on the ETC and my personal experience. I was on the Fantasy Wargaming podcast, Tony and Paul and Tony. If you want to, if you want to listen to that, that's a good pod. Some good questions on there as well, so I answered them there. But just wanted to give my overall experience, I think, of everything, and show you some pictures and really kind of put closure to the experience that was ETC 23 Amsterdam. So obviously on Team England, and I was very proud to get onto Team England. I never thought I ever would. And then I did, and it was really fun. I thought it'd be a lot more serious than it was. But it was good laugh with some really good people, and yeah, I loved it, really. Don't want to go into it a great deal because I feel like I've said it a lot on all of the other places, but I just want to thank everyone on Team England, both the experienced players and the fellow noobs as well, because I learned a lot. I learned a lot about the game, tournament play, team tournament play, and thanks to Tom as the coach as well. Tom the Hat Man. I felt like I learnt a lot over the last year in terms of honing my skills as a player that has ETC in mind rather than just going into singles and having a fun time and doing whatever I want, really. It was really good. I learned a lot of tactical skills. Bits around deployment, maps as well, I've never really thought about, and all those things. It's kind of obvious, I guess, once you get into Team England and the ETC and you have that mindset. But it was, nonetheless, it was really good, and I found it very positive all the way through. Obviously, looking at my army and all the bits as well. Thank you very much, Magnetic, who gave us all these incredible trays and movement arcs and measurements. The measurements were super handy all the way through. Definitely noticed the difference between that. Obviously, you've got the unit markers and things like that as well. But yeah, it's the first time I'd travelled abroad with an army. Really good experience there. Vampires as well. If I'm honest, I never would have picked me as a vampire player at ETC, but worked out all right. Worked out pretty good in the end. Got 70 points overall over the 6 games, and then a few more if you count the ashes and stuff. So yeah, really happy. Different list to what I would normally play. I'd normally be much more gung-ho in style and and things, and there was an element of that with some of the bits, but for the most part, it was just move up, heal, and be annoying, really. I found it really good for objective play, and a very solid list. It turns out they're tier 1, all on their own, so how much skill of mine that is one thing, but yeah, it was really fun. Really glad to play vampires, and loved getting the whole sort of set together to play a tournament and a team tournament and everything. Yeah, we had some good times as well, sort of meeting up for practice weekends and things like that. Went out for a few meals, not too many, but a few meals. And yeah, I guess the preparation for me was a lot. I did a lot of practice games. I think I clocked in at 69, or around that. Anyway, we'll stick at 69 because it's a cool number. But yeah, so between January and start of July, which is just mad, way more than I'd ever done, really. I've only played two since August, so there you go. That's yin and yang there for you. But yeah, I put a lot of work in terms of preparation. Obviously, that was over 3 different armies as well. That wasn't even just vampires. So if I'd have stayed on vampires from then, I'm not sure how many would have got. But yeah, really interesting to get that side of things. We, in terms of preparation from Team England, I might have already said we had team meetings every week arranged. So that was fun. Sometimes a bit hard to fit that in and do the games as well, but obviously I wanted to give it a good go this year and try to max it as much as possible. But yeah, so if you're wondering what it takes to be on a Team England team, well, for this year anyway, it was like 1 to 2 games a week, a team meeting, and yeah, the expectation, you go to a few weekends and have a few practice weekends, have a pairings weekend, and a few tournaments, in real life tournaments as well, to get some experience up. So we obviously did March for Victory, which was really good. A team tournament in Cardiff, my first not pairs team tournament, because obviously Matty Pete, me and you, baby, did that one way back when. But otherwise, yeah, so getting into that side of things, this was a predictions weekend, a pairings weekend, where we spent all weekend just talking about 9th Age. I mean, I can talk, but that's bad, right? But just getting predictions, right? And talking through different teams, and telling me how easy dwarves were to play against, etc, etc. So yeah, super interesting for me, and definitely part of the learning experience for that. Obviously Amsterdam as well. I've never been to Amsterdam before, so that was cool. I saw the sights and loveliness of Amsterdam. Day and night. Went for a few meals out. This was one with Team Australia the day before the Ashes. Before, I should say, there's no escaping it, before they smashed us in the Ashes. Tear. But yeah, otherwise that was my opponent, Jamie, who's looking at us with his beautiful eyes. You could get lost in those, some would say. Yeah, so really good social experience for me. I've heard it wasn't the most crazy, because obviously it's my first one, etc. And we spent a few nights out, but not too crazy ones. I didn't have too many hangovers. I had one, but not too many hangovers that affected anything. Yeah, so I really enjoyed seeing everyone and everything, and chatting to people, seeing the sights. And obviously the venue itself was pretty nice. I feel, talking to some people and some more experienced ETC goers, that I kind of got a bit spoiled with this venue. Expensive, expensive, but I mean, as you can see from there and some of the videos you've already seen, pretty nice, to be honest. Free drinks, well, soft drinks anyway, and tea and things like that. So that was really good. Really nice layout, really comfortable. You definitely could have fitted a few more in if you really wanted to squeeze it, but there was absolutely no need. Palm trees inside, what? Right? And yeah. Otherwise, from my point of view, I guess relative inexperience probably the main reason, but I obviously stayed pretty far away from doing the actual pairings. That was Tanker and Hugh were taking advice primarily from Jake and Josh, I think. And yeah, and for the most part, as you've seen from the battle reports, right, they did a great job at pairings. It was just we didn't deliver all the time. But yeah, that was really interesting to see, and different teams dynamics, and whether they just send a couple up or whether they send the whole team. Obviously, this was us for Wales, where they did beat us, but we won the marathon, baby. But yeah, it was good fun. In terms of games as well, actual games and things, I had 8 really fantastic games. Genuinely super enjoyable, and it was some I made mistakes on, some I played really well. I said there's more of the former, but that's by the by. Yeah, super fun games, and I tried to be as what's the word? I guess not professional, but as on it as possible. With, as you can see, the markers here. The sticks were out measuring things. It wasn't overly chatty. I was. A few times I got told to stop having fun and hurry up. In a good way, of course. And with the dice out, I don't know, a few other people have mentioned it. A big conversation actually on the UK WhatsApp this week about time and things, and I didn't notice it too much in my battles, but obviously there are some going around, and so you hear about. But putting the dice out for me really helped me. I kept a fairly clean table as well, and I know some people have said about that. Add into time pressures, but having the dice laid out in tens, I had 3 lots of tens. Really helped me. Actually, I'm not a particularly slow player. I do chat a lot, but I'm not a particularly slow player. But that really helped in terms of just counting over the dice, which is strange, right? You don't think things like that would really help, and having a clean table, why does that help? I don't know. It just did. Can't give you the exact reason why, but yeah, very interesting on that part. And yeah, games were thanks to all my opponents. Absolutely top quality games, and they were top quality. Not, as I said, not always from me. Mainly not from me. But yeah, it was really nice to have those games and play all those people. And yeah. Just kind of want to say a big thank you to everyone really that's been involved, and thank you to you guys as well that's been watching. Obviously in the build up in the year, I've still been putting out the bat reps and things like that, and everything you've been saying about doing this and doing that. Every now and then I get why don't you just reform this and that'll help you with it, and all that. I tried to soak it as much in as possible and take it to Amsterdam with me. So a huge thank you to you guys for commenting and keeping up. Helping me keep up my motivation to do all that stuff as well, because there was some times when I was playing at 2 o'clock in the morning, I was going, I just want bedtime, baby. But yeah, that was really good, and hopefully repped England well enough to at least not have them laugh when I apply again. We'll see. Obviously logistics, and I've got a small family disclaimer, but yeah, kind of. It'd be cool to go again, man. It would be cool. I know the bids are in for ETC and to come, so that's cool. And yeah, and really, I just put this picture in because it's funny. And yeah, I guess ETC 23 might be over, but our channel carries on, and we put that to one side, and that is now in the memory bank. So we move on with Hyper-G's battles coming up. I think one's already gone out this week, and the rest are to come. So that's cool. We've got mine and Hyper-G's battles from Stockport coming up as well, and that should take us quite nicely to Christmas. And then by then, who knows? I'll have some more fun stuff next year. We definitely want to do some Patreon stuff, so please check out the Patreon. Get involved in that if you want to do some fun things. Not just a mega battle. I think we might get them involved. We don't know exactly what yet. So if you're a Patreon already, you can reach out to us, tell us what sort of things you want. But I think the main thing will be trying to do things more regularly with you guys, engage with you, do some fun, cool things, maybe stuff online as well, which would be wicked. So, yeah, I mean, if you obviously no pressure to do so, but if you feel so inclined and want to help us keep the lights running, then please do head over to our Patreon and do it that way. Otherwise, it's just a like, share, subscribe. Comment down here as well. We also said about doing some behind the scenes stuff and some nostalgic stuff for me and Hyper-G anyway, and doing things like answering questions on PTG as a gaming channel and entity, and what things we've got coming for you in the future, but also what challenges we've had in the past. So if you've got any questions for me or Hyper-G or Gobbo or anyone like that that's been involved over the years, then please do put it in the comments and reach out to us, because I think if we have a few together and we gather a load of questions and fun topics and things to talk about, we might do some more videos like that, podcasty style things, or whatever, or even just one-off videos, perhaps for the Patreons, just to see this is where we came from, this is where we go, Cotton Eye Joe, etc., etc. Maybe if you've got any questions for Tommy as well, Tommy Tucker, who's on and off the hobby show, but he's in every single comment. Just ask him directly. You got his comment. It's down below. So yeah. What other things we got coming up? So, well, I guess directly, as I said, I'm now going to Stockport, where I didn't think I was going to. I've got no idea an army or list. So, beast heads? Maybe? I'm hearing calls for beast heads? Or yeah, one of my other armies. High Elves, Warriors, Knights, Kingdom of Octane. Maybe Vampires, maybe not. Maybe give them a break for now. But yeah, hit me up. Give me some ideas. Get my list army building juices flowing. And we'll see what I take. Very exciting, and same for Hyper-G. If you've got anything that you want him to take, any cool lists or list ideas, and hit me up, hit us up. Yeah, I'll leave the rest of the stuff till the next videos, I think, and I'll leave it there for now. But just a huge thank you to Team England and everyone involved in that, in the build up, on the days. Getting me to and from Amsterdam safely, that was appreciated. And then to you guys for all your help and support over the last year. It definitely helped out when I was there, and I want to keep learning. I want to keep doing stuff with Night Page. So fingers crossed, I don't just lose it straight away. That's the plan. But yes, until next time, folks. Thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. Put lots of comments. Put lots of questions, etc., etc. And see you next time. See you later.